Howdy, everybody. This is Review Box, and today we are doing Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Sit back, get your popcorn, enjoy. We're going to dive right into it.
And we're playing the whole movie right here.
We're going to play the whole movie right here until it gets taken down. No, Spider-Man, it's the sequel to the first one, obviously. And it actually has, right now, it has a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That shit was lit.
And right now it's closing in on $400 million at the box office, and it's only been out from the time this has been recorded for 6 days technically.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
Damn, we saw it pretty soon.
Yeah, no, we do. We saw it Thursday of basically opening night, not Friday. We saw it Thursday night.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
He's like, yeah, you're right. So.
Fucking Gabriel agreed with me. It was way better than the first one.
Yeah, it was total. Like, we're gonna dive into it. Okay, so this is the first time we're doing a new movie where it's pretty relevant. So there will be spoilers. I say it again, there will be spoilers. So go ahead and watch Not So Casual or until next time, and then when you watch a Spider-Man movie, come back to us. Right?
Big facts.
Big facts. Okay, so. Do you kind of want to go through the movie or
real quick?
Yeah, go for it. What's up?
You
Please.
remember how I made that joke that we're going to play the movie right here?
Yes.
I've been on TikTok lately, and there's lives of people streaming the entire movie.
Well, they're at the theater?
No.
No, okay. Are you on Twitter?
Eh.
Okay, so literally there's this account where they literally just say fuck it. Like the caption says fuck it, and then they'll say fuck it Shrek 2, and it's the whole fucking Shrek 2 movie.
Damn.
Yeah, they did that with it always pops up on my feed page, and they've done John Wick 4, they've done the new Puss in Boots, they've done Cocaine Bear. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do Spider-Man. Yeah.
How do they put the whole movie on there?
I guess if you got verified for Twitter Blue, you're able to put an hour. So it's only an hour of the movie.
And then what, do they put a part 2?
Yeah, some people do. No, one time there was a thread and it was fuck it Shrek. And then in the thread it was fuck it Shrek 2, Shrek 3. People were just putting full franchises in it.
Fucking wild.
Yeah. So what were you going to tell me about Spider-Man before we press record?
No, I just told you it was about the guy.
Oh, the guy doing the live. Yeah, people do that. Fucking little scumbag.
But it's not it. I thought, okay, I was like, okay, one guy's doing it. I've been going through my feed. Literally, I've seen it 5 times from different people.
Jesus. Don't you hate how now it's you gotta watch a movie that Thursday night or it's gonna get spoiled for you?
You know what's funny?
Are spoilers everywhere for you?
No.
Dude, they used to be for me until I
legit
said no.
I would have never known John Wick 4 was out unless Josh had never didn't tell me. I would have never known.
If Josh didn't tell you. Oh. So Josh told you that there's a John Wick 4 and you didn't know.
Yeah, it had been out for 2 weeks already. And Josh was he asked me, he was like, "Oh, have you seen John Wick 4?" And I was like, "It's out already?"
And you have a podcast where you review movies.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. I love it so much. So in the new Spider-Man movie, we're following Miles Morales again, and it is about, I think, a 1.5 time skip, which is pretty cool. So they actually aged him a bit. He's taller.
God, he went from because I swear to God, in the first one he looks like he's 13 max, and this one he's 17 at least.
No, it's a 1.5. So I mean, if
no,
anything,
I know the time skip, but the way he looks.
Yeah, that fool fucking puberty hit him with a brick.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Puberty just came on and was like, "Take me, bitch."
Yeah. So basically, in this movie, Spider-Man 2099, Miguel.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. He's basically leading this big ass Spider-Man city with all these other Spider-Men in it, and or spider people, and basically they're all from different dimensions, and pretty much they're all from different dimensions, and you know, Gwen goes to Miles' dimension even though she's not supposed to, and she fucking goes, and then Miles finds out, and then Miles goes along with her, and then they come back in, and then you know, they find out this crazy thing that if you're Spider-Man, you have to go through like some fucked up like moment.
Yeah, it's
Like
fixed point.
if you're Spider-Man, you have to go through a canon moment.
Oh, canon moment. I said fixed point, but that's from Flash.
Oh shit. Yeah, you got to go through a canon moment, meaning that hey, your girl's dad is gonna die,
Or your uncle.
or your uncle, or if anybody you love and know wants to get a promotion, they will die.
Yeah, but that was wild.
Yeah.
But it was pretty much like fucking you need this to happen for you to become the best Spider-Man you can be.
Yes, and what does Miles do? He goes to this one dimension, and he fucking ruins it for another Spider-Man by saving people. That selfish bastard.
Oh yeah, he pretty much destroyed the entire not universe. Well,
They're working to save it. Now, no, I want to continue where we're at in the movie, and then I'll jump back to it.
That shit was funny during the movie. I was like, so do their asses stick?
I know. Explain to them.
Because they were Gwen. This was
Early on.
she had just gotten there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They were talking.
Gwen had just gotten there, and they went to the Empire State Building.
Yeah.
And they both went under the bird, and they were sitting upside down. And I just remember thinking, fucking, so do their asses stick too? And then fucking Mike and Gabriel started laughing, and then you started laughing, and then Randy started laughing after you told him what I said.
Yeah, I know. No, it was funny when we were watching the movie. Randy was sitting next to me, so I kept just telling him like when they would just show. Okay, like for example, like when Gwen would pop up, I would like lean over to Randy and be like, "Hey, like she's another Spider-Man, but just from a different universe." Like I would just tell him like
I remember that.
like shit you would just get, like, you know, something you'd understand, and I would just tell him that.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh, Miles is feeling this way because his parents don't know that he's Spider-Man, and he's trying to tell them, but he doesn't know how. And like Randy's like, dude, I'm gonna sock you. Like just telling him that
Dude,
stuff.
that shit had me dead when that chick was trying to go to the bathroom and she fucking stepped on her popcorn.
Oh, yeah, no. So we're watching the movie, and there's some lady walking out, and she just, like, steps on her popcorn, but it just sounds so loud. And then, like,
Yeah, it was super extra for no reason.
everybody we went with was like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Like,
I remember thinking when it first happened, it was so loud and like just weird. I thought she got mad at someone and she fucking chucked popcorn at him.
she's like, motherfucker, and then just kicking the popcorn.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You know what was funny?
What's up,
I didn't know Bella and
Christian?
yeah, I didn't know Bella and Christian were in front of us that whole time. I was like,
Yeah, you know what, guys? I'm gonna call, like, I don't think they'll watch the pod, but I'm gonna call you guys out and send this clip to them. Every time you guys go to the movies, you always sit in the row in front of us. Are you too good to sit in the row with us?
they just think they're better than us, so they
Yeah.
sit up in front of us.
Yeah, Bella, Christian, do you think you're better than us?
No, I remember
I'm just kidding.
the funny thing is when we first got to the movies and the other couple next to Bella and Christian were in Bella and Christian seats.
Yeah,
And
mishaps.
yeah, she told them like, "Oh, that's our seats." I was like, "Oh, it's super awkward."
You're like, and then like Bella, and then when Bella pushed her, she's like,
Yeah,
bitch.
and
No, I'm
fucking
just kidding.
started stomping around in the middle of the row.
Yeah. She started going like this. She thought she was
And
Spider-Man.
then she was like, "Sprouts, bitch!" No, I'm just kidding.
Fuck that place. Anyways, so back to the movie. So anyways, Miles fucks up this timeline, and then he goes back, and Miguel kind of explains to him like, hey, like, you know,
Cure a bitch.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
hey, you know, your dad's gonna die, bud, and that's why you're here today, and we're gonna keep you, and you're just gonna have to sit there and wait until your dad dies because that's just the way it goes. And then obviously Miles, you know, being Spider-Man's like, nah, what the fuck? There's always another way. And
Yeah.
then obviously Miguel's like, no, I've tried. And then he explains his whole backstory, and so forth, so forth.
Miguel was like, "You see this big dick of sadness? I'm about to shove it in your ass. It's about to happen."
Jesus Christ, yeah, exactly like that. No, so then they go forward, but just things to compliment. The visuals were absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I like how they kept switching between animations, like different art styles.
Yeah, and you know what? I can tell like a lot of the scenes where Gwen's talking to her dad, they were using a lot of like colors to like emit different emotions.
Yeah, I noticed
do you
that.
get
It
what I
was
mean?
tripping me out.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, it was so fucking cool. It was so cool to see that kind of like they did not lose their touch from the last movie. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And then now the only thing,
My favorite Spider-Man was the British Spider-Man.
oh, Spider-Punk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was funny as fuck.
he was about it. At first, I was like, oh, this guy's a
He
prick.
was like, Miles, he was like, and you look cool without your mask. And he was like, I've always been cool.
Yeah. What was something you really liked about the movie?
You know what I did like was, well, actually, you know what? It's not something I liked, but it was something that kind of confuzzled me.
Confuzzled you?
Yeah, confused me.
Oh, baffled you?
Yeah, I'm still not sure what. So you remember how he said that the spider that bit Miles wasn't supposed to bite Miles,
Yes.
and Miles went to Earth. What was it, 49 or something? 42?
49.
Yeah, and the Spider-Man from that universe died or whatever. My thought process on it was,
No, that's no. The Spider-Man from that universe never. There's no Spider-Man in that universe.
but Miguel did say he died.
No. In Miles' universe, that Spider-Man dies in the first movie.
From Miles' universe?
Yes.
There was a Spider-Man before Miles?
Yes, he dies in the beginning.
Fuck, I gotta rewatch it. But okay, so
Yeah.
the Spider-Man that was supposed to be on Earth 49, my thought process was, because you remember Miguel's whole backstory about how he went to a world where the other version of him had died.
Yes.
I thought it was that version of Miguel was supposed to get bit by that spider, and then he went and took his place, but there was no Spider-Man there or whatever. That's what I thought.
Oh, no. See, this is the thing. The first movie did such a great job on feeling like an open and shut movie. Like and the second movie is like a phenomenal sequel. Like nothing wrong with it.
That shit better come out soon.
And no, dude, get this. The third movie is literally coming out less than 10 months of this movie's release.
So next year.
Yeah, in March. So like almost 2-3 months earlier so in 10 months. But I mean that's given because, you know, when they did announce they were making a second one, they straight up said part 2. Like they pretty much
Part
announced
one,
that
part
there's
two.
that there's going to be a
did the
trilogy.
Twilight shit.
Yeah, and like how everyone does that, Harry Potter and so forth. But
Oh yeah, Harry Potter did do it.
it just the first movie did a great job of open and shut. The second movie did such a good job of tying in stuff from the first movie without making it feel so like really.
We have
like,
to see this again.
yeah, like it wasn't too far fetched. I mean, and they. Okay, put it this way. I know they sat there and they said, "Oh, we're like Sony was like, oh, we're gonna make fucking animated Spider-Man movies, but we're gonna do 3 of them." Like I know they already mapped it because in the first movie, the spider glitches.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
and basically you only glitch if you're from a different universe. So like, you know, and they brought it up in the second movie. So it all just went very well with each other. Now, I'm gonna get to the one thing I didn't like about this movie. And this is just my preference.
Hit me with it.
There was no Spider-Pig and there was no Spider-Man Nor. And the reason why is because I love John Mulaney and I love Nick Cage. But they fucking made up for it by putting them in the very end because they're part of the team.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, honestly, the way that's a spoiler for sure, Jesus Christ. But yeah, it's...
That shit was funny.
I hope the next movie they have John Mulaney and Nick Cage in it still.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna be so pissed if they don't have them in it. Like if you know, like different voice actors.
Yeah.
I feel like it would take away from it, but obviously, yeah.
I fucking, one of my favorite parts from the movie was when they put the meme times 20.
Oh,
Yeah, he was like, Miguel, get Spider-Man. And everybody was like, You?
Yeah, you.
And then he comes running in. No, Miles Morales, he's right there. And everybody's like looking at the one guy walking through the door. And he was like, what? He was like, turn around. And he turns around and Miles is just on his back like.
He's like, oh, shit. Yeah, dude. Fucking,
I wish there was a bigger boss fight. Like a better fight scene between Miguel and Miles. Like where Miles just got boofed out of nowhere and just fucking started beating the shit out of Miguel.
I feel you on that, but they'll probably have it in the next movie if it's needed. But I mean, bringing up that, let's bring up. Okay,
Tell me Miguel isn't evil, bro. His entire the entire time he was shown, he had like that. He looked like Gru from Despicable Me. He was just like bags under his eyes, and fucking it was just half dark.
Well, basically, it's because of what he went through.
Yeah, I feel that, but that's something that would make you evil.
Yeah, obviously. Like, you destroyed a whole universe, so like it probably fucked him up. So before we get into it, let's talk some cameos. So the villain, the Spot. If you've seen him in the trailer, you would think that he was just like a villain in an opening scene that was just a joke. And he really was, but then they threaded it into like that he's Miles' fucking nemesis. And they did such a great job, and it actually surprised me. The Spot
that shit was funny.
Eventually finds out that he can go to different dimensions with his spots, and he goes to the Venomverse, when the liquor store.
Yeah.
And then another great cameo in this movie is like they're like, yeah, we capture villains from all different fucking universes, and they show the one and only Donald Glover as the Prowler, which is absolutely crazy because the first time we seen him was in Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah.
And he looked young, and then now he looks old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Sony's just doing it for fun, but I really hope maybe
he became the Prowler in Tom Holland's universe.
Maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe that's him. It could be another one. There's so many questions. I mean,
don't know. I feel like that version of him in Tom Holland's universe was kind of too much of a jokester. Like he was just too funny.
Yeah, he was too funny, but at the same time, look how young he was. And then like
something could have happened.
If you really want to tie it in, like how in the MCU, how when Thanos snapped his fingers, and then like 5 years passed, they could just make it where like where he didn't like go to dust, so he did become older and more serious.
Is Sony and Marvel okay working together now?
Yes, but it's very weird. I could be getting the facts wrong, but I think Sony has to pay for the movie, like to fund it, and then but Marvel gets to write it, and then I think Marvel only makes money off of I think the Thursday or Friday, and then Sony makes the money off of everything else. I think it's like a 90. I think at one point the deal was 90-10. Like
that's wild.
Where fucking Marvel gets 10%, Sony
but
gets
Sony
90.
doesn't allow Spider-Man to be tied in.
No, it's through contracts. It's very complicated. So, but let me explain something. So after Spider-Man: Far From Home, that was because basically they signed a contract for 5 Spider-Man movies. Or no, my bad. 5 Spider-Man appearances, and he was in Civil War, Endgame, Infinity War, Spider-Man 1 and 2. So the contract was done. Sony at first didn't want to renew the contract, and basically everyone flipped because have you seen Spider-Man: Far From Home?
Yeah, seen all of them.
It literally ends on a cliffhanger of his identity getting revealed, and Sony was like, "No, we're done with you, Disney." Everyone, and then dude, I remember some people were like, it's a good thing. Fucking liars, because you guys would have never got Spider-Man: No Way From Home. So basically,
No Way Home.
No Way Home. Yes, No Way From Home. No Way Home. So basically, there was even a website that said days until Spider-Man comes back to the MCU, and then the website closed when he finally got back.
Sick.
So apparently, I can't remember, but I think the new contract might have been one more Spider-Man movie and then two appearances. I could be wrong, because you know how they're making 2 new Avenger movies?
Yeah.
Spider-Man might be in one of them, or he could be in another movie. I could be totally wrong about this. It's just like from what I remember when in that period of time before No Way Home was even made.
How did Sony end up with Spider-Man?
So, okay, from my knowledge, Marvel was almost bankrupt.
Uh-huh.
And they said, holy shit, what do? Let's make superhero movies. We don't know how to make superhero movies, so let's go to the big studios. So they, like, for example, they went to Fox with X-Men. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's how that happened. They went to Universal with the Hulk and I believe another character I just can't remember at the moment. It might have been Ghost Rider. I could be totally wrong. So then they went to Sony and they told Sony, we want to sell you all of our characters and you get the rights. Like, you'll give us money, but you get the rights to them. And Sony looked at everybody and said, we only want Spider-Man. And then that's how that happened. And the rest is history.
I wish they would just get Spider-Man.
Yeah,
right?
so think about it, dude. They passed up Iron Man. They did this. And then eventually Marvel Studios said, hey, you know what? Like, it's our time. Let's do it. And they put all their chips in on... They did do The Incredible Hulk is technically the very first movie of the MCU, but, like, it's kind of, like, weird because that's... At that moment in time, did you know the Hulk was owned by Universal?
No.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Didn't they do Fantastic Four too before Iron Man?
I think so. No, I think that was Fox. No. But the Fantastic Four was not part of the MCU.
Oh, okay.
Even the new one was. So basically, Marvel Studios put all their chips in on fucking Iron Man. They said, "All right, this is our shot," and look how it went. And then as Iron Man was coming out, I mean, if you watch Iron Man 1 and 2, they're pretty fucking they're pretty mature.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can see when they get bought by Disney how it slowly starts to change.
Mm-hmm.
But it was for the better because of all the money that they're able to use
Put
on
back
that.
into it.
And then obviously, Fox continued the X-Men. Fox tried to do Fantastic Four, didn't work. During that time, Sony was doing Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, blah, blah, blah. And then basically, Disney put in their chips. Literally, Disney bought the Hulk back from Universal.
Mm.
I know that, and then they bought the Hulk back, and then obviously they bought X-Men and Fantastic Four back. And the only one they do not own is everybody a part of the Spider-Man universe.
That's so annoying.
That is, I know. And I guarantee you Sony is not going to pass that up. I could be wrong about this, but from my knowledge, I think Sony, there's this weird contract. I think that Sony is going to could only lose Spider-Man if they don't make a Spider-Man movie every 6 years or some weird shit like that. Or 2 years, they lose out their contract, so that's why they were coming out with Venom 2, that's why they're doing Madam Web, they're doing all that because they won't lose Spider-Man if they keep doing that. That's why a part of the reason why those movies are made.
Why?
Because money. It's just because of money, bro. They don't care about the story. It's just because of the money. I'll openly admit it. Venom 2 sucked. Amazing Spider-Man 2 could have been better. There's Madam Web.
What about Mobius?
Morbius?
Morbius.
Oh, God. I forgot about that movie. But Morbius was absolutely horrible. It's just they don't know what to do, but they're doing so good with these Spider-Verse movies. I don't know how they figured it out. But
fucking Marvel in their ear.
I know, but that's why that's why when you pay attention, it says in association with Marvel. And I think what's funny is that I think Marvel, the way Marvel makes their money from Sony is that they own all the merchandising rights.
Oh.
So all the toys that go straight to Marvel. But they have the video games, the movies, and stuff.
Sony's need to stop being a bitch.
But would you sell Spider-Man? Think
Probably.
about it.
Honestly, me, I'd probably do some dumb shit like that.
But they're not gonna do it, bro. I think Disney would have to offer them a crazy amount of money because basically, if one Spider-Man film brings in $1 billion at the box office, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
how much is how much is Disney really gonna have to offer them to buy Spider-Man completely? Like they're probably gonna have to do like 10 billion that covers like 10 movies, 10 years, but like you know what I mean? There's so like okay, if I could have it my way, I would want Sony to give Marvel Spider-Man,
Yeah.
but the deal is that Sony gets to keep the video game Spider-Man because Sony knows how to make a fucking video game.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, I feel like Marvel needs to really make their own video game studio, but that's just me. Sorry for anybody listening. I probably went on for like 5 minutes.
Fuck Sony.
No, yes and no. It's very
Dude,
weird. relationship.
I do not own not one Sony product.
They're like your dad. Like they're like if your mom and dad split up and you live with your mom, but your dad comes into town and sometimes you do cool shit with him and sometimes you do shitty shit with him. But,
Is my dad Sony in this thing?
Yes.
I'd punch him in the face once a day.
Yes, and your mom is a Marvel.
Legit, everything I have is Microsoft. My computer.
What? You don't have
My
anything
Xbox.
Sony?
No.
All right, whatever. My bad.
I don't even got headphones.
I don't have fucking. I think the only thing I have Sony. Low-key, I think the only thing I have Sony is my PlayStation.
There's a PlayStation in my house, but it's not mine.
Okay. So, anyways, so back to the movie. After that sidetrack. So, what would you rate the movie?
Fuck, that's hard. I'm gonna save the 10 for the next movie, but I'm gonna give this one a 9.
I think I'm gonna give it a solid 9 as well.
6. So this is the first time we've agreed completely on a rating.
It's the first time we've agreed on a rating. It'd probably be the only time.
And it's the first solid number rating we have.
Oh, I know. We like to put little points. So yeah, I give it a 9. It was great. Anything you didn't like?
I don't like how I can't remember everything.
Okay,
But,
that's valid as well.
Fuck, there was. You know what I didn't like really was the fucking the Avatar Spider-Man.
The Avatar Spider-Man.
The girl that was on her VR set and she was there.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. I was like, it was kind of a weird fourth wall thing, but at the same time, she was like, I was like, how is she in? So I was like, so if we're going based off that, everything is just virtual reality. Like the whole entire movie, Miles Morales, Gwen Stacy, Miguel, they're all virtual reality because it's her playing VR.
You just broke the movie.
That's what fucked me up. I was like, I don't like her being there.
Please, somebody explain this. I will put this on TikTok.
Legit, that shit made my brain hurt. I was like, so obviously
It's too meta.
Yeah, I was like, obviously the movie's not real, but like, but fucking Miles Morales and Gwen Stacy and it just breaks the whole thing of like, it just makes it all like it's all a video game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I understand. That's kind of like
It would be like, imagine the new Spider-Man game. Like being in that world and everybody is like, oh, this is real. The Spider-Man doing his shit, and then fucking it shows an avatar in the game of you, and it's you look at yourself and it just plays the screen and it's like, oh yeah, this is what they're doing really, and it's you playing PS4 in your living room.
But think about it. It's even more meta because remember when he first comes back to his dorm room and his roommate is playing Spider-Man. And then later in the film, they show video game Spider-Man as a different universe.
Yeah, fuck you, Sony. You're doing too much.
Yeah, no, see, I think Marvel's even told them to be careful on that because eventually the multiverse is just going to collapse within itself.
Yeah.
Okay, one more thing. This is just for the MCU in general. Is like, how is this multiverse shit really going to end?
Mm-hmm.
Because like eventually, it's like, how high are you going to get? It's like Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z continues forward because they just keep powering levels.
I wonder
Like,
if
do you know what I mean? So who
I wonder if they're gonna do the thing they did with the CW, like the Arrowverse, like Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, Batwoman. You know what they did, right?
What did they do?
So at the end of Arrow, pretty much what ended up well, not at the end. It was like season 7 or some shit. I don't remember, but pretty much what ended up happening was all the universes got melded together. So instead of a multiverse, there was just one universe.
You know what? That is something to keep track of, because let's see what Marvel does. And all
Yeah,
that.
because if they do that, I've already seen it happen, so I'm gonna be like, you fucking
Yeah, be
copped
like-
out. You just copped out because it started getting too complicated.
Yeah, but who knows? I feel like this whole multiverse thing, like, and here's another thing. What are they gonna like? For example, them hitting that melted universe kind of just is able to like kind of start fresh.
Mm-hmm.
For the MCU, what are they really gonna like? What are they gonna do when like this multiverse stuff is done? Like, what's after that?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure eventually the MCU has to come to an end.
But it won't because of money. It'd be funny. It'd be funny if they just like, they finish another Avengers movie and then they just like stop for 5 years and they come back around.
Well, you know what they could do after the whole multiverse thing, because there's no more big bad, whatever, is they could do Red Hulk.
No, they're doing that in Captain America 4 apparently.
Oh fuck.
I know, and that movie comes out next year in March too. That movie comes out the same month as the fucking Spider-Man movie.
Oh fuck.
I know. Anyways,
Well, because there's always
more story to tell.
yeah, because even though there's not like a fucking Galactus level threat, you could always have someone like, because Captain America can't beat Hulk, so it would be fun to see how he beats Hulk.
No, I know, but that's the next movie.
No, I know.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it always isn't. It's not always going to be a Galactus level or a
Yes,
Thanos level.
yes, and you know what? Yes, I totally understand.
Or it could be someone just as strong as Thanos.
Yes. No, I actually understand that. I mean, look, as long as it's like Guardians of the Galaxy 3, like the villain in that one, he had a whole different like idea. He's not part of the whole Kang shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, they can still do that, but what I'm saying is that
Who do you
like
think stronger, the Eternals or Kane?
the Eternals or Kang by himself?
Yeah.
I guess it's too
One
hard.
Kane, not the entire
Which
Legion.
have you seen Ant-Man 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I can't remember if I saw it with you or not. No, I watched it at home. Yeah, I did.
Okay, so I think that Kang. Well, which Eternals are we talking about? Like all of them? Like 1v7 or like 1v6?
Well, I feel like that's fair because Kane pretty much has all their powers as one, but
Okay, I mean, who knows? Because, apparently in Ant-Man 3, that fucking Kang was supposed to be the baddest of the bad, and he was a little punk-ass bitch. But,
who got rocked?
yeah, that fool got rocked
Well,
by ants.
It
Kang got rocked by ants. Anyways.
no. A lot of ants.
A lot of ants.
A lot of really big ants.
A lot of big ants. Not even Thanos. Anyways,
I mean,
I
they got
totally
numbers.
understand. Like, I think maybe Marvel's gonna do. I mean, that's what they're trying to do already. But at the same time, is that people just want more and more and more. So like, I feel Marvel is already, because they kind of already made it known. Like, yeah, the next big setup is Kang, and then
Have you seen the Eternals?
yeah, I have.
Okay, so with that, I think eventually, because that big bad, he never came out. The
Celestial being.
the Celestial or
Yeah.
whatever, he never came to fruition. Did it die?
It like froze halfway out. Because
But
it was
did it
like
die?
no, I don't know. I don't know. It was like planted in the earth and kind of came out.
No, but there's a bunch of those. I was gonna say that could be a possible movie one day. I mean, it still could because there's a bunch of Celestials. But you know what's another thing? Okay, Quill's dad versus Kane. Who do you think is gonna win that fight?
Ego.
Yeah,
Um.
but he lost to his bitch ass son. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, no,
I
he-
love Chris Pratt, but I just
No,
had
he
to
lost.
say
He
it.
lost to the Guardians of the Galaxy. There's a
That's
difference. No, I guess it all depends, man. I feel like if it's a one-on-one, but like, in what sense? Like, if Ego is like, if Kang, it's just kind of like it's kind of confusing because like Kang, we've only seen one variant. Oh well,
But
technically
here's my
no
beef
because of
with
the
that,
show.
is
But
Kane has all his powers from his suit, as to where Ego has his celestial powers.
true. I don't know, man. That's a good one. I don't know. I would have to turn to the people for
And
that.
I think that's why he lost to the ants, because I feel like he got
That's why.
no, because like if you think about him,
That's
and
why I lost to the.
him and Ant-Man were going at it, and fucking, I'm sure his suit got a little damaged.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the downfall of Kane, is he relies on his suit to give him power. So if his suit gets damaged, doesn't he lose a little bit of power?
It's the ants. No, I honestly, bro, I totally agree with you. I think to answer your first question. Oh, I like your socks, by the way.
Thank you.
It's super random, but to answer your first question, Marvel, they finished the Thanos thing, and basically same thing with like, what, the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Basically, like the thing with Thanos is that Iron Man 1, 2, Captain America, like it really took until the Avengers until they showed Thanos. Like now people are like, oh, we already want the next big bad. We already want the next big bad.
Well, it took 2 Avengers movies to get to Thanos, no?
Well, no, if my knowledge is correct, the Avengers movie, the post-credit scene is when we first see
Oh.
Thanos.
Okay, yeah.
And then, it adds on to it. But here's the thing is, people already want the next big thing, but I feel like it also goes into play that Marvel is so oversaturated. This is like, it is
But
what it
here's
is.
the good thing about Marvel is there's so many different superheroes and characters within the Marvel universe.
No, 100%. But the thing is I feel like Marvel needs to calm down on the shows.
Oh, yeah. I feel like they're trying to do too much.
They're doing too much, which is oversaturating it. Now, there's good stories to tell when there's good stories written. Just tell you like that. But
You know what I did like about Ant-Man 3? Ow.
I know, sorry.
You know what I did?
I
like?
said sorry, like it just
At the end credits of Ant-Man 3, I forget which Loki it is. I don't remember. It's from the actual Thor movies.
it's the Loki from Endgame. That was originally from Avengers, which is the Loki that is before Thor 3.
So the
Super
fuck,
complicated.
there's already different variants in the movies.
Yeah, I know
So
it.
all the Thor movies, that's a different Loki than the Loki in the Avengers movies?
No, foo. Okay. Loki dies in Infinity War.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
I remember that.
And then they go back in time to the 2012 Loki, and that Loki escapes and becomes the Loki show.
Oh, yeah.
See, and
yeah,
that's what,
yeah,
and,
you're right.
And
you're
I
right.
think what look at, I get their vision of having this big bad being different variants, but like,
You know what's
I
funny?
don't think they needed a show version of him.
Yeah.
I think they could only just do a movie versions of him. And I've already said this before, but
Have you seen Loki?
yeah, I think the Ant-Man 3 was a bad movie debut of Kang, cuz he should have won in a way to show how powerful he was. Now I'm not saying like, kill everyone, but maybe he could have won a little more. And another thing is that they need a front runner for Kang.
You know what's funny?
Like they need a main Kang, like they need the leader, like
yeah.
so we know, cuz now it's like I don't know, with the multiverse it's like
Okay.
it's almost like nothing matters.
Here's my
Anyways.
theory.
Okay,
I
what's
don't
up?
think the Kane from Ant-Man 3 was the strongest Kane. I think because he self-proclaimed that all the other Kanes were afraid of him.
Well, true, but he was called the exiled one. Like he was set up to be so cool, and he was, but he like.
But here's my thing: they
like,
never
dude.
say they exiled him because they were afraid of him or he was too strong. He was just fucking insane.
True.
Like they were like, dude, we just don't want to deal with you no more.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's crazy to think.
So
but-
I feel like there is another Kane where he is a lot more boofed out.
yeah, I hope so. I mean, I really hope so. Like
But the Kane from the Loki movie, he wasn't
the one who remains.
Yeah, he wasn't like, well, he was a bad guy, but he wasn't like a complete dick. He was kind of just like, you can't.
Yeah, well, no,
Yeah.
he literally said that he's one of the nicest. Like
Yeah,
he's not. He's like the other variants aren't so kind. Now,
he was just trying to keep everything together. But it was because of the Loki show we're even getting the fucking Kane War or whatever.
True, I know. It's just like, I don't know. I don't know.
Is it called Kane War? What is it called?
The Kang Dynasty.
Kane Dynasty.
We'll see in the future. We'll see how they do it.
Dude, we got so off track from Spider-Man.
No, it all ties in. No, but just to go back at it, I mean, the next Marvel movie is Miss Marvel. Oh no, my bad. The Marvels. So there's that movie.
What's that about?
Like Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, and
She
then
have siblings?
no. It's see, it's because they made a Miss Marvel show. Dude, okay, put it this way.
Oh, you're talking about the
Disney,
teenage girl, right?
Disney's so oversaturated that they literally had a Star Wars show, and then in the middle of the Star Wars show, they debuted a Marvel show.
Is the Star Wars one the Ahsoka one?
No, I think it was. I might have been
Bad Batch?
Obi-Wan. It might have been Obi-Wan when they debuted another
Dude.
one.
The Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader fight, the rematch. Oh,
We'll say that for another time. Hear me out. Do you think that Marvel, maybe after these Avengers movies, they should probably just take like a break? Like if they tie everything up, I know they won't because of the money.
I want to say I think they should, but at the same time, I want it so bad for them to keep going.
Okay, true, but I think they should do this. I think this is a perfect money idea. Finish an Avengers movie. And I know this sounds fucking crazy. And they won't do it because of the money. Don't make a movie for 3 years.
Are they?
Hear me out.
So
hear me out.
wait. They're up to like Phase 6. They have like until 2025 planned out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I feel like finish that out and then just stop for a cool minute. Like everybody break.
Hear me out. Stop. Like just stop for 3 years straight.
Just fucking
Keep
stop.
everything on under the wraps, and for those 3 years, just come out with Star Wars content.
Please. I
So-
honestly love that.
So they'll still make their money, just in a different revenue,
Mm-hmm.
and then think about when they come back with a Marvel movie. Think about that. People will go absolutely be like,
It would be like the release of the first Iron Man movie.
yeah, it'd be like, oh, they're back, and then you know what I mean,
What's so funny? So
and make it Iron Man 4. No, I'm just kidding.
fucking wild with his daughter.
I know.
No, I was gonna say she could be Iron Lad, but never mind. That I don't.
No, apparently the kid at the funeral is gonna be Iron Lad.
Who was that?
He's the kid that he helped in Iron Man 3.
Oh, the little boy that did the hand.
Yeah.
Thing? Remember the whole thing that was Tom Holland?
No, I think they no, not the little boy. No. Have you seen Iron Man 3?
Yeah.
Well, when he crashes in that city, there's a little boy that helps him rebuild his suit.
Oh,
That kid is actually in the funeral in Endgame.
Is he?
Yes, he is. Spoiler. But anyways, yes. No, he really is. I swear. I'm not even
Fuck,
bullshitting.
I gotta
you.
rewatch it.
No. I swear to God that they actually confirmed that was Spider-Man, Peter Parker.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's
Anyways,
fucking
guys,
wild.
this has been Review Box.
Hold on, I'm not done.
Shit.
I had another question, but I can't remember what it was now.
I would totally go watch Spider-Man if you haven't already. Even if wait, hold up. Even if you sat here and watched this pod, I would still go see it.
Okay, so me and Josh were just talking about this because I saw a video on Instagram or TikTok. I can't remember what it was.
Did this food just start another bit, like another segment?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so pretty much what it was they were talking shit. It was like he was like, "Oh, so you're telling me that you think Tom Holland Spider-Man could dog walk fucking Tobey Maguire Spider-Man?" And then he started going off on this tangent and was like, "Oh, Tom Holland hasn't had any real villains, this and that. Tobey Maguire has more experience. He's stronger, faster, whatever." Like, and then started talking about, "Oh, he stopped a train. Fucking Tom Holland couldn't keep up an elevator with his fat ass friend in it." And then I was like, me and Josh were talking about it, and we were like, that's fucking bullshit. This fool held a ferry together when it got sliced in half, and everybody was like, oh, well, Iron Man came and held. Yeah, he came to fucking. Spider-Man couldn't put it back together like super glue, but he held it together until Iron Man got there.
True. And you know what? And people would hate on that, but at the same time, it's like, guys, like, this is a younger Spider-Man, and it's kind of cool that he failed in a sense because
Yeah.
it's like he's still learning. Like,
Yeah. And then on top of that, me and Josh were like, and then in, what was it? The newest one, The newest Spider-Man movie.
No Way Home.
No Way Home. In No Way Home, he fought all of Andrew Garfield's and Tobey Maguire's villains and kicked their asses.
Yeah, dude.
And
oh
then
my gosh, I'm gonna
he
watch
fought
that movie.
Thanos. He was in a fucking war, and we were like, but yet he doesn't have battle experience.
He was in a war twice.
Yeah, he was in the Civil War and he was in fucking Endgame.
Endgame.
But we were like, he fucking dog walked Falcon
And Infinity War.
Yeah, he fucking dog walked Falcon and Winter Soldier. Him versus both of them. A fucking soldier that has been an assassin for like 80 years.
Yeah, hasn't aged a bit.
Yeah, and then another, I don't remember if I think he's an army fucking whatever. He dog walks both of them without even breaking a sweat, and then he fights Captain America, and the only reason Captain America won that fight was because he fucking knocked that big ass where they transfer you onto the plane.
Yeah.
And he held that shit up. And then everybody was like, "Oh yeah, but the train going 80 miles plus hours, whatever." We were like, me and Josh were like, "Yeah, but he was already slowing it down with webs way before that. The train conductor was already trying to hit the brakes, so it was slowing down because of that too." And then at the end, when he's like, he already lost a bunch of momentum by the time they got to the end, and then he passed out and almost fucking died.
Yeah, but he still, but at the same time, he was taking damage when his like legs were in the fucking train tracks. And,
Yeah.
you know.
I'm not saying Tobey Maguire isn't strong, but I'm not saying that he could just fucking walk over Tom
Okay,
Holland
I
like a
get
little
you.
bit. And then everybody was like, "Oh yeah, but fucking Tom Holland got his ass kicked by Green Goblin." I was like, do you not remember the first movie? Fucking Tobey Maguire is getting his ass handed to him the entire fucking movie.
Who doesn't get their ass kicked by Green Goblin?
And then Tom Holland gets his ass kicked one time in the apartments, and then at the end he fucking beats the shit out of Green Goblin.
Oh my, dude, I want to watch that movie again.
Right?
So
And
fire.
I was like, and he actually beat the Green Goblin. In the original Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire, Green Goblin beat his fucking self. He done,
Sure.
and that was the thing that me and Josh were talking about. We were like, Tobey Maguire never actually won a fight. Green Goblin killed himself. Otto Octavius killed himself. Fucking
Venom killed himself.
got triple
He got-
teamed by Harry Osborn, Sandman, and Spider-Man.
The only person he ever beat was his own homie.
Yeah, he only ever really beat Harry.
And Sandman.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Sandman flipped. He was like,
He beat up Sandman when they met in the fucking subway underground.
Yeah.
He beat
Oh,
the
when
shit.
they
he,
were when he was had the Venom suit.
yeah,
on.
he beat that shit.
But that's the thing.
Oh
He didn't
my
even have
God.
his own power. He needed the symbiote to fucking help out. Other than
Jeez.
that, he would have never beat
I
Sandman by
need
himself.
Gabriel here. And that's all the time we have for today.
Bring it, Gabriel. I'll suck. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Anyways, guys, this has been a lengthy episode of Review Box, but it deserved it because you know what? Spider-Man's a great movie. We all love Spider-Man.
We love
Go
the
watch
Marvel
the movie.
universe.
Go watch the movie. Even
Oh, we gotta do DC next.
oof,
It's easier.
yikes.
It's not as complicated.
If everything goes well, we will see you next week for Tupac.
Tupac.
For Juice.
Oh, I forgot that one. I was used to it.